This is what I have to deal with. Oliver is showing the love to my dolls that are going to get photographed tomorrow once I make earrings to go with these outfits. Poor Krista is getting the brunt of it. I don't know if it's because she's closest to him. He's showing love to Kit too, though. Or if, like, she just smells a lot like me. Kit would really smell like me, though. Oh! I've had Kit since I was 13, so... Oh, Lord.
Oh, poor Ramona.
I knew that was gonna happen. Goodness.
These shoes, Raven, they're a little...
Raven doesn't have as good balance, because Leah
I don't know if
really
it's
well.
Raven or if it's those boots.
No, you've done enough!
I think it's the boots, not
Yeah,
Raven.
but I feel like she, like, Leah has really good balance anyways. It's not that she's loose, I just feel like sometimes they have a certain gait.
Yeah.
Alright, I have to fix this hat better later.
Do not knock them down again.
He's thinking about it.
Now he's all up in Ramona's new dress. Sometimes he chews on that tool material, so I don't want to be too friendly with Ramona. Yep, nope, don't.
No, she was a Christmas gift from Uncle Ray. You be nice.
She lives in the land of don't even think about it.
And poor Raven was also a gift, but like she had a hard life as a scene kid.
He's made Ramona. Look at Ramona's hair. It didn't look like this 5 minutes ago.
Like Crystal looked a little disheveled because I have to tie this scarf better and put her hair in a style so she can wear that. But
I'm surprised that Raven's hair isn't kinky because I had it under that bucket hat.
it's so short. But it's not as
like Kit's,
poofy.
it's easy to
It's not as poofy as Kit's because I had to soak her in that OxyClean to get the hair coloring out. You are not being nice to Mommy's dolls. I don't even think Leah's officially been introduced to you yet. But she doesn't like what she sees.
Leah's like, no.
It's the party, they can squeaks if they want to, squeaks if they want to. It's Pig Gotcha Day.
Pandemic Pig Gotcha Day.
Yes! So if you've been watching since 2020, then you might remember that we got Winnie and Poppy in June that year. No, we did not buy them from a pet store. It's actually really sad because pet stores in certain cities in our state actually banned the sale of guinea pigs because so many were purchased during that time and then like dumped later. But no, Colleen had friends that had Winnie and Poppy for several months, but by the time they decided they didn't want them anymore, we had already adopted 3 other guinea pigs from someone else, and we had Isla at the time, so there were 4, and I didn't think we would have enough space in our enclosure for 6 guinea pigs, but during like the lockdown and stuff, Colleen was talking about how they still had the guinea pigs. They weren't able to get rid of the guinea pigs. I looked at our enclosure and I ended up figuring out a way to expand it so we could have 2 more pigs. We got Winnie and Poppy, and they were little. They weren't even a year old when we got them. They were so tiny.
They've come so far.
I know, and they were feral. So I just thought I'd share this very special moment. We've had them for 3 years now. Proud to be your mummy. Yes, I'm proud to be your mummy. Hello. You're gorgeous. You smell so nice right now. You're gorgeous, Winnie. And now everybody is out and they're celebrating the birthdays. Oh, and that's beet juice all over Phoebe's face.
Oh my goodness, I didn't see that when I picked her up.
She looks like she was drinking Kool-Aid or something.
But she's some kind of guinea pig vampire.
Aren't you all so nice?
Hi, Statins. You're so cute. I think Penelope's cold.
I know, it is cold in here today. And that's Penelope, and that is Phoebe. I almost called her Scrubby because that's her nickname. She looks like a little scrubbush. And actually, fun fact, Poppy came with the name Penelope, but they were calling her Penny. So that's why we named her Poppy, because we already had a Penelope, who we didn't name. She came with that name. They came with their names, minus Poppy.
We couldn't have 2 Penelopes. That just would have been confusing.
People thought when we had Piper...
She didn't just
People thought when we had Piper that they were named after, like, some characters from a show, but no, it was just maybe the girl who had them before did, but...
Oh, so cute.
No good. of them. And the happy girls are, oh, okay, I should turn the cameras off. Because you're trying to get off the couch.
Say goodbye.
Say bye-bye, Penelope. So I just spent a while setting up this haul photo for Flickr. It was a flea market haul from Sunday. And I'm getting around to setting it up today, Monday. So let me explain. All of this was free, except the rainbow high clothes over here. The rainbow high clothes were in a separate bag for $10. They also had the dolls, but they were $15 each. But I decided to grab the clothes because I'm a clothing hoarder. So, and they're really beautiful quality. So I snagged these. They're pieces of the dolls' outfits and shoes. It's not like perfect, like, oh, their whole second outfit, or oh, their whole first outfit, or oh, only one pair of shoes. Like you can see Violet Willow's shoes are both here. They're all from the series 1. Colleen saw this Stacy doll at a table, and when she was asking how much this doll was, I noticed a box of like furniture and a big house piece, and I was kind of picking through because this bed over here intrigued me because I could tell it was older, and I was thinking So Real So Now from 1998. And the woman, she said we could have it all for free, and as we were walking away, she handed me this thing, which was full of a bunch of accessories, and she also handed us 2 of the dolls off the table. I think the reason she gave us these 2 is because this Barbie, who is the same as 2013 Fashionista's quote Tropical Barbie, she was sold with this particular house because we got the Ultimate Beach House Party set from 2014, so it had like the grill and chairs and this pool. It took me a while to figure out exactly which one because some of these pieces are like repackaged and separately sold sets. But yes, I think she knew that this doll went to that house, and then I think she handed us Steven because she probably thought he went with the pool or something. And Kelly over here, she's I Can Be art teacher, Kelly from 2006. She was just stuffed in this big box, and a lot of the food was in little Ziplocs. So I identified most of it, and you can see there's even like a really nice cluster of clothes, and whoever owned these took really good care of the stuff. So we also got this American Girl earring tree with some studs, which I always can use studs. And this is also American Girl. It goes to one of the sweaters we got secondhand. I'd open it, but it's being difficult right now. Yeah, and then Stacy over here, she goes with the Sisters Cozy Cabin that we got. So that's that piece. I already told you about the 2014 Ultimate Beach House Party set. Then we got the So Real So Now kitchen, living room, and bedroom sets. Look at all the cool food. A lot of the accessories for these play sets were included, like the majority. There were missing ones, but the majority, like look, there's even the 4 forks that came with the kitchen. How awesome is that? And Land O'Lakes butter. I mean, I am a sucker for doll food. Like, I would have paid, if I had had more time to look through the box and she was like charging money, I would have paid $25 because just from looking at it a little closer, I would have known that like the stuff was in nice condition and pretty complete, but we got it for free. It's so awesome. So I have to clean it all up now. And wash these cute dolls, and then I'm gonna have a blast photographing all of this and writing about it for Flickr. You just never know what you're gonna find. I got a bracelet in this lot too, and I took the charms off of it. I could reuse for dolls. They're kind of big, so it'd be more for like American girls, but I always try to salvage like things like jewelry and charms that I find in these random sorts of lots because they can come in handy.
I just finished setting up this adorable photo of all three of Julie's basketball outfits. I've actually been wanting to do this photo since we got Jolene's arm around Christmas. It was actually a little bit before Thanksgiving when Chrissa, Shelly's third Felicity doll Peridot, and Jolene's arm came here in a bag from a friend of mine from work. Shelly and I were talking, oh, well, if that other Julie doll comes for Christmas, we can order the basketball uniform that we're missing from Julie's collection, and then we'll have 3 70s character dolls wearing 3 basketball outfits. But then weeks went by and Jolene was still MIA. Like, my friend, who ironically his name is Julie, was looking for her. Her niece had taken her out of the bag. Julie was looking for Julie, and she could not be found. And we were like, well, if we buy the basketball uniform, it'll be like jinxing us, because then the doll won't be found, and we really want this doll to be found, because we have her arm, and somewhere this poor doll is armless. Then by the time Jolene did get here, we'd actually already placed our Christmas order and the one for my birthday, which we literally placed before Christmas, even though my birthday isn't until February, because that's when all the good sales were. So we decided, Shelly wound up buying clothes for her bitty baby dolls instead, because this is just so similar to both the other incarnations. Although Shelly really likes the shorts and like the silhouette these shorts create, and I agree. I feel like they're very authentic. But these two have very, very similar silhouettes to each other, and the colors are all very spot on. I love all three. I think they're all very, very interesting and realistic and awesome, and I like the subtle variation. We thought it would be really cool to get a nice picture of all three, and I wanted Ivy in the middle because A, this is kind of her basketball outfit, because Shelly already had this one first for Julie. This one we ordered for Jolene to model for Flickr. We wanted Julie, Ivy, Jolene, and it would put Ivy nicely in the center, but I wasn't sure if Shelly would be able to style Ivy's hair to work with these hair ties, and they're like Shelly's favorite part of the outfit, so we didn't want to miss out on modeling them for the line photo. But Shelly did get them in Ivy's hair, and it is so cute. I wanted to get the basketball so it was like, so Ivy was dribbling it, and it looked like they were all like trying to get it from Ivy, but Putty does not stick to this ball. All it really did was hold it like here on the table so it didn't roll as it otherwise would. I had a really good time taking this, and I'm so glad that we have Julie's basketball uniform, because Shelly's, one of Shelly's favorite characters is Julie. I really like these earrings that she made to go with this one. And I like those. And I like those. I like them all. So yeah, this was fun. I think the background looks very funky and 70s, like they're playing out in a lot. And I hope you guys liked the photo too. I'm continuing my Molly photo series. I know this is technically Piney Point and not Camp Go On Again, but I don't have Molly scenes and settings. And I thought this still looked really awesome. And then there's the grass. I wanted...
It just wants you to know that she looks really cute in this outfit.
She does. I mean, wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I love Sage in that outfit. I knew she'd be a winner in that.
Mommy.
And I like how her like blue eyes really contrast that whole thing.
She's got kind of a janky wig, so please excuse the like flyaways.
She looks so beautiful though.
She's gorgeous. Sage has her very own special eye color. Just so you know.
Yes, she does.
Yes.
She's beautiful. Speaking of radiant redheads, we have Emily Bennett here. So I feel bad because my flea market Molly, who is like, honestly, she's kind of been my muse for this whole project, because she looks just like my childhood doll did when I first opened her. I almost cracked and used the Molly I got for Christmas for this photo instead, but her wig has some like, the way it's braided right now, it has some pieces sticking out. My flea market Molly has the old style glasses, which don't photograph yellow, which is one reason I picked her. And it's a pain to take these glasses out and put them on another doll, because they honestly don't stay on well. These glasses are a pain. And yet I've considered calling American Girl to see if I could order the current ones they make as a replacement part, because I love that style despite how difficult they are. She's also wearing the ribbons that I was going to use. But I feel bad because Flea Market Molly keeps modeling my old clothes whenever her and Emily are matching. Because Emily got to wear the nicer birthday pinafore too. Flea Market Molly is stuffed better than Emily, so I could not get these shorts to look nice on her. So she's wearing my old shorts, which look wrinkled and...
Pro tip, if you want your American Girl to lose some weight to fit in the newer clothes, you just take the stuffing out and put it back in and repack it down. That's how I can get my like Pleasant Company stock dolls into brand new clothes that are fresh from American Girl. Like, I literally have my childhood Pleasant Company Girl of Today's wearing clothes that are still available for sale on American Girl.
Yeah, because you just kind of rearrange their stuff.
Yeah,
they are very chunky.
Like, they can fit the clothes.
Molly got the whistle and the armband, and I am so loving my new capture the flag gear stuff right now. Like, I just love it. The armband and the paddle and the flag and this stuff here. And I'm using both my sit-upons. I'm gonna move Emily's forward before Shelly takes this so you can kind of see it better. Really, really glad they reproduced some of Molly's things. Like, it's nice that I was able to finally get to capture the flag gear. And honestly, the replica clothes are so close to the originals that, like, the only difference I'm noticing really in the grand scheme of things when I'm pulling them out is all these new clothes are looking so much less dingy than my old clothes.
The shoes are better quality.
Oh my god, and yeah, I actually thought I might have to putty these shoes together for this photo because the way these are, like, they're, I don't want to move her too much, Shelly hasn't taken this photo yet, but they're like molded in a certain way so they're not going to come apart, whereas these, you can tell these were like two separate pieces, and they're both actually on the verge of falling apart again.
So if you've ever wondered what the 1999 Wizard of Oz Tin Man and Scarecrow look like without their clothes,
Naked.
this is what they look like. They're actually sewn into their outfits. And when we were going through and doing body make checks on Flickr, I decided it was about time that I actually took them out of their clothes and added closures and washed everything. I got both of these dolls at the flea market in 2011, not together. I got him for $1, and he was really disgusting and dirty, and he has like a broken thumb. And then I got this guy from the lady that sold me my American Girl Josephina named Rosalita and Colleen's Flea Market Molly. So he wasn't as dirty, but it's been a long time, and I really wanted to make sure there wasn't anything funky going on underneath their clothes and to wash everything properly, and the water turned brown, which was disgusting. So I'm going to have to add closures like here and then on the back of the Tin Man's jumpsuit. You just have to study the clothes and see where they added the stitching in, because they obviously can't like machine sew it on, so that's how you can figure out how to remove non-removable clothing. This outfit's not in the best shape. It wasn't to begin with. But I'm glad to have freed my guys, and now I know what they look like naked and what their country makes are and all of that. And they're squeaky clean. They smell better. I also have this Barbie basic dress that Colleen noticed one of the snaps was missing on. And luckily I had another half of a snap that I salvaged from a different piece of clothing that I can sew on here.
Ah, the joys of being a homeowner. I'm not at summer school right now working like I wanted to be because we were like up eating breakfast this morning, and all of a sudden we heard this like weird, like almost like something exploding. So we came running downstairs, literally in the middle of eating breakfast, and there was actually water coming from like the pipe above here, I think, because it felt like it was raining and the tops of these containers got soaking wet. We dried them, of course. We didn't bother shampooing the water out of the rug yet because it's just gonna like, but my sister did put some towels down to like absorb some of the moisture. I don't know if it's the water heater or the pipe above the water heater. I'm waiting for my cousin to get out of work and come look, which is really nice of him to do, because if it's something I can pay him to fix instead of paying the oil guy, plus you know, he's family, so he has to come here more than once. I know Shelly will be more comfortable with that. I mean, worst case scenario, I call the oil people, which isn't ideal, but like, you know, I guess I'm blessed that that's my worst case scenario here. On the bright side, I can technically take a cold shower. Shelly realized that there was actually a shut-off valve for the hot water tank this time. Ironically, this reminds me of, you know, back when we had another big flood of water down here. But it was a bigger flood last time. Like, the carpet here is a little bit wet because water came from over there. But I'm assuming the carpet in the red room is completely dry. Yeah, there's no water over here. So Shelly shut the water off at, oh, actually wait, no, there is back here, I can feel it. So yeah, the flood zone is still pretty expansive. We'll have to move out this bureau. And this bureau it's really solid and really heavy. But last time, like, our doll stuff was like displaced. The good thing is last time when the water heater flooded, this bed area stayed completely dry, so we just piled things up on the bed. Like, let me check, because it was wet by this bookshelf last time too. No, the flood zone is definitely smaller this time, because last time I remember it was wet by this bookshelf. And it was wet in this closet because we had to take out our Barbie houses. I don't feel any water. I know, and then it's hard because my feet are already wet. These look like body bags, but these are just our big Barbie castles and things. Probably when Shelly gets home, we'll probably have to move some of the furniture. She had to go to the farm. But yeah, this reminds me of the last big flood that we filmed on Dolly Diaries.
Clyde, are you enjoying your oats? Poe has some too, but he's eating them back there. If they both eat out of someone's hand, it gets very competitive. And Poe is actually quite food aggressive. Sweet boy.
I have cows. I like cows.
Oh. Rejected.
Cows?
Oh, that's my bum, he said.
That's very rejecting.
So I'm putting away some recycled materials from doll packaging, like my bag of tissue paper from primarily LOLs, although there's some Disney packaging tissue paper from when I ordered stuff from the Disney store 2 years ago. Made really cool flooring and photos. But if you watched my studio tour of this room, I showed this bin of like stuff I saved from crafting from like doll boxes, and before I had it in like paper dividers. I'm always trying to figure out the best way to organize this stuff because you can see like there's some really big Mary-Kate and Ashley boxes and it tends to fall down. Well, I got these. They're actually for scrapbook paper, and I was gonna put my scrapbook paper in them, but I really didn't like the way it worked for scrapbook paper. So I got these for free through Amazon Vine, which is why I decided to try them out, and, you know, in exchange for a review. So I came up with the idea to use them for these things instead, and you can see I can even put like taller boxes in here and just stick them out the top because the little closure things don't work well anyways. And then it also gives me the ability to keep it all together because I have these organized. So like this is my LOL surprise one. This is like random dolls. These are magazine cutouts and stuff. Harry Potter, Barbie, Disney, American Girl, Mary-Kate and Ashley, because I've been saving stuff to make another backdrop for them. Kid Core and Bratz and Cave Club. So I just thought I'd show that if like you are like me and you save little fiddly bits for crafting, because I love like the LOL surprise artwork. It's some of my favorite doll artwork ever. So it's really nice to have like a place to keep it all together and keep it nice and flat. So when I go to use it, it's not like crinkled and ruined. So something Colin and I do a lot that I don't show is that I'm constantly like updating my Flickr photos, because sometimes as I've gotten new things or as I'm researching old things, I'll realize I missed an item I had, like Kenzie's cell phone, or like this Barbie I had just gotten something else of hers. So yeah, I'm always updating it and adding things and fixing mistakes. So it's not like when I initially set up my Flickr that I just like stop updating it and improving it. And I'm doing all of this in the midst of working on a big lot of dolls. And I also like laminated all of my paper accessories at some point to keep them in good shape.
So I tried a science experiment because Shelly bought the dollar store OxyClean today, because, you know, we're trying to clean the carpets downstairs, and this stuff is cheaper.
And I used the dollar store stuff for years, by the way. But then the last time I bought it, months ago, it didn't, like, it wasn't working, and I bought, I had another jar, and I tried that, and it didn't work.
And then I tried some of this in the clothes we were doing today, and it didn't look like it was really fizzing. And it did technically fizz when we put it in this jar, because we did like an experiment. On the left, we have the real OxyClean, and on the right, we have the Dollar Tree version of the OxyClean. And as you see, I tried to use the same amount.
That's what it looks like. It's an oxygen cleaner, that's what they call it.
I tried to use the same amount of solution in both, and if anything, I accidentally put a little more in here. But see how much more that one fizzed? So obviously, this stuff actually is more like...
potent.
Yeah. Yeah, so rather than waste my science experiment, I'm going to pour these in with the doll laundry that I'm already doing. So we're using the effect of these lovely products. Video not sponsored by OxyClean or its Dollar Tree competitor. I just decided I felt like dressing some dolls. I had a lot of motivation to like dress dolls and do doll photography and help Shelly with like doll projects at the beginning of summer before I even went like to my summer program at work. But then literally the halfway point of my summer school, we had the catastrophe in the basement. So because I couldn't get to the stuff for like a week, you know, all of a sudden, oh my god, now it's the end of summer school. I put Linnea back in her bathing suit, which I took her out of some weeks back in that really cute photo of the sleepover I took, and I think would be the thumbnail for this video. I put her back in her floral pajamas for that. And then this is Shelly's childhood Samantha, she calls Luca over here. This is awful. She was wearing her winter coat, which is even worse than I changed Linnea for a photo and was too lazy to put her back in her swimsuit. Even though Shelly kept reminding me, oh hey, Linnea should put her swimsuit on while it's still summer. Well, I mean, we're at the beginning of August, it's getting a little late to wear the bathing suit, but she looks cute. But with Luca, it was even worse. She's been wearing her winter coat since like toward the very end of winter when the coat was kind of going out of style. Now she's in this. I also dressed Laura. She was wearing my Talking Cabbage Patch's velvet dress because it looks really good with Laura's pink eyes, which I read online that they're supposed to be lavender. The eyes are supposed to be purple, but honestly to me they look pink. But they still look really good with the sleeper. She'd still been wearing that because I liked her in it so much that she'd stayed in it for a long time. But I decided, oh hey, she'd look really cute in the purple sleeper. Dollface talking. This cute little creature is just so talkative. So talkative. She's always like telling me little stories. I kind of want to see Laura in this Encanto dress that Fern is wearing. I feel like that would look really good on Laura. So yeah, the world is like full of possibilities for dressing dolls. I just decided to dress these ones tonight. So Shelly and I are doing like a major like house cleaning right now. Still trying to put our basement together after the flood. Shelly's downstairs right now shampooing the carpet in the pink room. We had to move the doll houses. The blue and white couches are I got them with my dollhouse, which it was left to me by my grandparents' friend named Flora. She was like 100 or something crazy. And I've literally had these since I was probably 6 or 7. I've literally had these forever. The problem is these are actually made of, like, the backing is cardboard, and now it's wet cardboard, so I don't know how it's going to be when they dry, because these ones are the same. I hope we can save them. These actually smelled bad when I cleaned them, so, like, I'm hoping they were cleanable and salvageable. I really hope we can save them because, they were from either my grandparents, because Pepe built a lot of my dollhouse furniture, which I know we didn't build these, and Meme bought a lot of the view and, like, see the cardboard backing showing through. Pepe and Meme either built or bought a lot of my dollhouse furniture back in the day. I don't remember if this is something Meme picked up at, like, a craft store, because I used to go with her to those places, or if Flora left it to me with the dollhouse. And then these pieces here are all by Ideal Toys. Like, this one has, like, glittery look to it, but the glitter must be in the fabric because none of it came out. It must be, like, the way it's sewn is sparkly. These are really nice, and I'm glad we salvaged them. And I know Shelly cleaned them when we got them, but we haven't been storing them the best way for the last few years, so we're going to change how we store them so that if we can save these, they don't keep getting dirty. And then this I bought at... it's probably closer to 9, maybe even 10 or 11. Bought this at, what is this, like, local, kind of like crafty store, but I also remember buying a hairbrush there. It was a weird little place. It was really cool. I remember there was this dog that used to be there. But my favorite part is, Bon Hammy and Bon Fluffy and the whale. They look like they're meditating. Especially hamsters. Shelly wiped these down with the carpet shampoo, and actually they'll probably be able to come back in night because Bon Hammy feels mostly dry. I'm back with the chairs that I washed yesterday. The Ideal Toys ones are clean, and I put them away along with that little, like, cat on a shelf thing. Now the stool looks pretty much the way it did before I washed it. It's definitely salvageable. It really doesn't look any different. This is why I washed them, because they kind of look dirty, but at least now I know this is clean. The cushions on these look like brand new. However, the back is another story. I'm guessing the cardboard in these was dirty with, like, dust of a million years, and, like, even down here, it, like, leached onto that. This piece is really gross. I don't honestly know if I'll be able to save these. I'm going to try one last ditch effort to save these. I mean, that's just, it's gross. What I'm doing in the last ditch attempt to save these is I'm going to try the OxiClean method again. But this time, I'm using way less water and way more OxiClean, and I'm just going to scrub, scrub, scrub. So the footstool's back out on the deck. That I can definitely save, but I think for the rest of it, it's going to be a fail. These couches look exactly like they did when I started. What happens is more crud just keeps leaching out of them. And because it's cardboard, it's not like I can let this soak for an eternity, but, like, look how gross that water is. I don't even know if, honestly, it's healthy for me to be breathing in whatever crap that's releasing as it's coming out. And look what it did to the towel. The towel is brown, brown, brown. So it is the night before Shelly's birthday, and I'm whispering because she's in bed. I don't know if she's actually asleep yet. I put the birthday card I made her out on the dining room table on top of the Chromebook. And I'm just going to leave her a note right here saying this year I want to her to wake me up so we can look at the pet scrapbook together, because I did something really cool this year. I made these letters to use on her card. I just had the last 4 dolls that I was dressing from her room downstairs. Instead of putting them back in her room, I put them out here, and then I just grabbed dolls from my room to do the rest of the letters. Rebecca and Covey are lucky because they actually both got to hold letters, like, for the card, because I made these letters for the card because they're in that photo. The girls are all holding them. Rebecca wasn't supposed to be on Shelly's card, but I thought I grabbed enough people from her room to dress before she went to bed. But after she went to bed, I realized, crap, I'm 1 doll shy, so I just grabbed Rebecca from my room and had her holding the Y that's currently being held by Willow. Just grabbed everybody out of my room, and you can't really see Kendall back there. So yeah, I hope she likes it. Can you say happy birthday to your mommy? Say happy birthday, mommy. Meow. Can you say happy birthday to your mommy? Can't really see you back there. Say happy birthday, Mommy. Can the girls say happy birthday, Mommy? Say happy birthday, Mommy. Say happy birthday. Peanut's not gonna come out and say happy birthday, Mommy, because he only cares about mealworms, like the note says. I tried to get Andy and Ollie on camera saying happy birthday too, but they weren't very cooperative when we made something for Mommy together.
Unfortunately, when I had filmed this episode of Dolly Diaries, I had filmed a bunch of clips and I've been compiling them for a few months now, and I don't know what happened to some of the footage, but I had finished this video and had it all like filmed and edited, and Colleen watched the final product and said that there was things missing. And sure enough,
Two very cute furry things.
the new family members that are mentioned in the title, the whole clip of when we got them, I don't know what happened, and I spent a lot of time editing it down and doing like a voiceover, so I don't know what happened, but I couldn't retrieve the original files. They must have gotten emptied out in the recycle bin at some point. So I'm going to introduce you really quickly to our guinea pigs. Now, Dorothy over here was only a month old when we adopted her.
She was like this big.
So yeah, unfortunately she's like gotten really big. I mean, it's adorable that she's big, but she was really tiny, so you guys aren't going to be able to see just how much she grew. But we ended up with 2 more girls because one of Colleen's friends had a friend that ended up in an emergency situation where she her relationship broke up and her parents wouldn't let her take her guinea pigs back to their house, and she had to get rid of them. Like, it happened really quickly, unexpectedly, and she had just adopted Dorothy over here literally earlier that week from a shelter. She was from an accidental litter. One of her guinea pigs had died, so it was a really crappy time for their previous mama, and who we've kept in contact with, and we'll probably be visiting the girls soon. So this is Dorothy. We call her Phoebe. She's very talkative and happy, and she does a lot of popcorning. And then this is Delilah. So Delilah is like not quite 3 years old. Her birthday is in January.
Yep.
And she has a really sad backstory. I guess she was surrendered to a rescue after the people that had her before, their kids would pick her up and drop her constantly. So she has like osteoporosis, and at some point like all the bones in her legs were broken from that. So she's kind of like a special needs pig, and because of that she's really wary about being like pet and touched, and she's been that way with like Allie, who had the girls before, so it's not just like a me thing. I feel like she's a popular girl at school and I'm trying to be her friend, and she it's not that she doesn't like people, but she's not into being handled, so this is kind of rare for us to have her out. But she can really move around, and Allie did really good things for this guinea pig because she doesn't need any medication or anything, because she spent so much time, you know, like basically nursing her back to health. So yeah, Delilah, she definitely has a bit of a feisty edge, but we love that about her. And actually, she before had to be separated from guinea pigs because she was really aggressive. I guess she broke her own legs getting into a fight with another guinea pig. But because we have like a little herd, guinea pigs do better in larger groups, so we haven't had any issues with her getting along with the others. You know, there's a little spat when we first got them.
Mostly Poppy just trash talked her.
Yeah, Poppy is kind of like an instigator. She gets up in other guinea pigs' faces and squeaks. But yeah, this is Lala. I call her Flower the Skunk because she's all skunkly. Doesn't she look like a skunk?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that skunky boom.
So cute.
And that's Dorothy. And those are our new family members. We're into September now, and I haven't filmed any clips for Dolly Diaries in a while. Honestly, we got really busy with cleaning up the basement from the aforementioned mini flood that we had. And while it's all taken care of, obviously you can see I'm filming this clip in the basement. And we did a lot of like deep cleaning, and we rearranged stuff, so a lot of this basement's completely reorganized, which I did film a tour of all my Dolly storage video already, and I posted it. So if you happen to miss that video and you want to see like a more detailed view of that, then I recommend checking that out. I did not film any of me actually cleaning because it was just I just got so involved in what I was doing, and it is dark depending on where I am in the basement. Like my old bedroom has like one light bulb, so the video quality is never really good. And then in this room, I had to take apart a big bed, and I didn't really want to worry about like camera angles and stuff. I just really got caught up in the moment, and I really love this space. So you'll definitely be seeing me film collection videos down here because there's a lot more floor area to spread the dolls out. And there was something really sad that did happen. We lost one of our guinea pigs. It was not one of the new girls, Delilah or Dorothy. Phoebe actually unexpectedly passed one night. I came in to clean the girls out in the morning, and she was just curled up like she passed in her sleep. She was elderly. We got Phoebe and Penelope and our other guinea pig, Piper, who passed away last summer, back in November of 2019. And they were estimated at being at least 3 years old. So if she had lived till November, that would have put her at least 7. But because we were her third home, she could have already been about 7, and that's pretty old for a guinea pig. She hadn't really slowed down at all. Her skin was really taut. I just think she passed away from old age, and it was really unexpected and sad. So I'm gonna put some pictures of her at the end of this video as a little tribute, as I always do, and she will of course be very missed. But the other guinea pigs seem to be handling it okay. They don't usually get too depressed when one of them dies. I've only really seen it happen a few times. They're pretty forgetful, so lucky them, I guess. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dolly Diaries, and until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.
This was a little poem my sister wrote for Phoebe for our pet scrapbook. Feral, ferocious, feisty Phoebe, boisterous, buoyant, adventurous, willing to try new cuisine and explore, intrepid, eager, ever curious, vivacious, energetic, taking the world by storm, charging in, fearless, the boss, the leader the others would follow, furry role model, the only one who ever understood Penelope, spunky, silly, special, a wild, untamed thing, with a heart full of love, so full of love, so full of light. You shined like the sun, bright, full of life, eager to face a new day. Keen eyes shone like dawn, bringing so much love and light to the world, to me, to us, a buoyant beauty, beams of joy. The light never faded, never dimmed. It just vanished as the summer sun waned. Your light was gone when the last of the summer came.